Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix 100% guide. So here is where I basically do my wisdom form grinding against all of the Shadow Heartless here. With Bond of Flame equipped, we can just make mincemeat of the Shadow Heartless and get ourselves to all of our forms at max level. My aim and objective with this episode is to continue the story literally by one extra cutscene, but it's to also give you a roadmap of Twilight Town and the particular heartless or nobodies, like a synthesis guide per world. Here's what you can find, here's the enemies you can fight, here's the drops you can look for. So I do hope this will be useful. We'll kind of go world by world and do something similar, so like Hollow Bastions, main synthesis items, things like that. And as you can see, we have a treasure chest there, we have a treasure chest there. We kind of, there's basically 4 treasure chests in the first area before Memory Skyscraper. There's a couple of treasure chests in Memory Skyscraper itself, so let's make sure we get those. And that we get this puzzle piece as well. First puzzle piece of the final world. We get a treasure chest there and a treasure chest here as well. And then we're going to move forward to have another cutscene.
Dead end?
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
No. Sora's in danger because of me. This way. Believe in yourself. Come on, hurry!
Kairi, we're almost there.
So with that done, we see Nominee again, which is obviously lovely. Kairi is freeing herself with the help of Nominee, but like, you know, she's not waiting around to be rescued. We have a treasure chest Mickey is out of the way. We get another map, which is great. And just around this corner, tucked away, is another Orichalcum Plus. So just triple check. All the treasures should be from either from either the alley in between or the Memory Skyscraper or here. And obviously we just have the last puzzle pieces are all found in this world, which is exciting. So we're getting there in terms of collectibles. But just showing off as well, we have all of our forms at level 7, which is the max. And we nearly have our perfect collection of accessories and armors to give us good defense through all of this. But I just wanted to hop back because I'm like, we're missing a treasure chest and we're not gonna not have them all at this rate. So basically in Fragment Crossing you have 2 treasure chests there, and then there's one down here in this corner. But I do want to just quickly head back to Twilight Town and just sort of go through Twilight Town and sort of show off what nobodies are where, what synth items can we get, etc. The main thing with the synthesis hunting is that we actually need to collect a certain number of particular shards, stones, or gems, and then they become sellable in the Moogle shop, which is good, obviously, like that's a good thing to get that many, but then it just becomes a thing of you just need to lock in and be like, I am hunting this particular heartless or nobody until I get the amount of shards that I need. Now for shards it's 30, for stones it's 25, and for gems it's 20 of a kind. Now, putting this on 2 times speed, the entire area here is just Twilight Shards. The Gamblers and the Dusks only drop Twilight Shards. Just FYI, that's all they're going to drop. And the entire mansion, you know, foyer and stuff, they're all just nobodies and stuff like that. They're all just Dusks and Gamblers. So Twilight Shards. If we go into this little area, we end up with Samurais. Samurais drop dense gems, which are good. So again, that area has, you know, 3 of a kind. And then this zone here has a lot of dancers for Twilight Stones. You can fight them and get them finished with. That's really good. Moving over to Mysterious Tower, we're able to use Berserkers that are just outside Yensid's room. These Berserkers drop dense crystals, which are obviously really positive, really good. So, dense crystals, which is good. Again, the Gamblers with more Twilight Shards, that's not really what we want. But we do get a bunch of dancers here, so again, Twilight Stones, really useful. And like, you're also getting a good amount of, I suppose, experience too. So between the Dragoons and the Samurai, we're going to get a handy amount of dense shards from the Dragoons and dense gems from the Samurai. So that's also really good. Now, what we end up going to next is one of the Mushroom 13 challenges. One of the Mushroom 13s, there's multiple in Twilight Town. One of them are up where you fought Virtual Vivi in the tunnels. And all we need for this one particular enemy is Final Form and Reflect. So it might be best to equip the strongest magic keyblades you have to give yourself as much chance. But basically this mushroom attacks you relentlessly, and because of that we just need to quickly cast Reflect, and once you defeat the enemy within 10 seconds, you win. So a couple of castings of Reflect, and obviously the higher level your magic, the more damage your Reflect will do. So that's a very simple challenge. And as you can see, we've all the different struggle matches, we have all the different mini games there. So again, I just wanted to pause there to be like, yes, let's look at this one particular mushroom. Going to the Sandlot, we did have that absent silhouette, so we get to challenge Lexius. Wasn't even fought by Sora in original Rechain of Memories, but we now get to fight him without the limitations of a card system. Lexius has an interesting mechanic. He has a powerful aura, and basically our job is to reflect, and if we carefully time our reflects, we can do massive damage back to Lexius, cause him to flinch. Once he flinches, we're able to punish him and deal that powerful attack. So just attack, and then stagger in a reflect. If you're able to get the reaction command, that can be really good. And obviously he's just powering up more and more. This is his DM, just reflect through it. It's not hard. Just keep on reflecting. The only issue is it caused the frame rates to go crazy. I was like, oh my god, my game's gonna crash. But it doesn't, thankfully. And then with one other well-timed reflect, you just need reflect to go off to break him out of his Super Saiyan. And then with the reaction command, it breaks him out. And before the reaction command even gets to hit, reflect damaged him. So we're after getting another accessory slot, which is brilliant, and another absent silhouette sorted. And another new recipe, unique to final mix, strength beyond strength, and we got another lost illusion as well. Now for Hollow Bastion's synthesis showcase. From the ravine going up, we can collect tons of lightning gems from the little soldier guys, or the little, blaster rays. We can get power crystals from the morning stars. They're quite common around this area if you need to hunt for some more of them for particular recipes. And again, we have so many of those little soldier guys that lightning gems will, be quite common here. So just stay around the ravine if you need to hunt for that. There's another mushroom, but we're not dealing with that today. You can get blazing crystals from these big red heartless. You also get nice serenity items, which is good. Once again, we have the little security robots. They're able to give you lightning gems as well. So really, by the time you've done 1 or 2 laps of Hollow Bastion, lightning gems should be completed in terms of hunting them down for your mark, your Mickey Mouse stamp in Jiminy's journal. But this world has power crystals abounding, and any serenity items are also lucky finds as well. Obviously, Cavern of Remembrance is completely its own world almost, in terms of you can only get the remembrance items from Cavern of Remembrance, so that's really going to have to be its own video on where to hunt and what specifically to look for when hunting those down. There are, of course, other near shadows and stuff, so you are able to collect lucid crystals and bright crystals potentially from those. The Heartless here also don't drop that much HP, so unless you still have Donald's Cure on, which, fair enough. But you are capable of nearly grinding out, I suppose, double EXP with that. You can then just go straight into Space Paranoids to do some synthesis hunting there. What's interesting is, if you move from Space Paranoids back to Hollow Bastion, you end up resetting the world to hunt again. But for this, we're going to do a little mission. I did it once and only got the score of 28, but to pass, you have to get a score of 30. And obviously, in order to pass, you need to survive on the first place, which can be a challenge with getting hit into corners and hit into your turns and stuff. But basically, for me, I just ram into the enemies until they're gone. So just wait till, there's a couple around you, and then hit the charge button. You should then be able to take them out, basically. And if they're near the wall, it makes it even easier because you just slam into the wall, they all die. Just try your best to avoid the little like blue pillars, obviously. But if you end up thinking you're after losing way too much HP or you're after not getting that many kills, you can just retry and start it again. Like, you don't need to go wait for it to finish and then try again. You can just hold start and press retry. It's quite good. The first go round, I literally thought you just had to beat the light cycle again. I didn't kind of cop that there was a score challenge, and I was like, oh god. And obviously, try and be better than me at like keeping your HP high. But once you get to this stretch, there isn't really any more enemies that spawn. So if you haven't gotten 30 by that big open stretch, restart. But all it'll take is one well-timed guard, and we've now beaten that minigame and the mission requirement for that minigame. And that's every single thing done in Space Paranoids. So another world completely completed. Let's go on and see about what synth items we can get from here. From the big tank guys, we can get lightning crystals, as well as elixirs. So these guys are, by all means, a really, really handy thing to farm. Just for the fact that you can get even 1 or 2 more elixirs, that's all you need. The little yellow guys also drop lightning crystals. They don't drop elixirs, unfortunately. As for the little motorbike guys, I think they're lightning stones. I don't actually remember what the little motorcycle guys are. I'll have to triple check. But this is just a handy area for lightning crystals. This whole space. Paranoids. But as I say, these little guys, they also drop the lightning crystals. Of course, you know, it's not a guarantee. But you can get more power crystals, or no, energy crystals, and lucid gems from the little books. But as you can see, from a glance, you're going to just get lightning crystals all over the place. As well as some Serenity stuff if you're lucky. You can go in here for one final little battle. But by the time you then get back to the area by the cell pit, you're going to have completely reset the encounters as well. Which is good, it's what you want. Then for Merlin's house, you get a bunch of energy crystals potentially from the little book guys, as well as lucid gems. So definitely a handy spot to farm. Just changing out the keyblade there. You can obviously get lucid crystals as well as bright crystals. So very, very nice for trying to get yourself up to the max level in terms of your Moogle level. But this area really is just energy crystals and bright crystals and lucid crystals. That's they can be really common in this area if you just like respawn this area again and again by going out of the save point. Of course, we can get our lovely power crystals too. Drop down here for another chance at a power crystal, and then around the corner is more chances of energy crystals as well. So the amount of enemies, just in terms of volume, is like massive. You can also get a nice shield for Goofy, but as we know, Goofy and Donald's best weapons are going to be from item synthesis. So, you know, let's just keep focused on that. You can check in quite regularly with like what stuff you need to drop off, what stuff you still have. We're obviously after, getting the lightning gems for sale, which is great. We're after handing over the recipe from Lexaeus. And like, just keep track of the stuff that's here. Like, it'll tell you, like, oh, we got all the remembrance items, therefore you get a Serenity Crystal. So like, the bonuses are really good in terms of what they give you. And so collecting up to 1,000 different items as well gives you benefits as well. Oh, the Shadow Archive. And then we also got the ultimate weapon recipe from Twilight Town a while back. So, by the pod room for Sora. We're really going to need to make sure we have some more remembrance stuff. Because that's part of getting our lucky ring, I suppose. With a Serenity Crystal as well. But as I say, we could remake a Petite Ribbon with a Serenity Gem to get a ribbon, which is really, really powerful armor. But, as I say, we're going to have to specifically look for, like, Thunder Shards or Frost Shards, you know, and just go down the list and be like, okay, if we've gotten Blazing Shards, let's look for Blazing Stones, which is obviously by the little cannon guys. If we're looking for Blazing Gems, let's go to Agrabah, that sort of thing. And just keep hunting that one particular Heartless. Now, unfortunately, Sora isn't at level 99, but Sora can only use 100 AP ups, and after that, they will no longer work. So, just a fair...
Donald!
Fair is fair, you know, just to point that out. Now, we can get Blazing Shards from the bombs here, and we can get Lightning Stones from the little drill guys. So if you literally want just to hunt down the little drills, look for the underworld, you get a good amount of them too. So they, in theory, can drop up to like 4 or 5 if you got one each to drop, you know. But on the way back up to the Colosseum, we can get tons of bright crystals and really, really nice items from the crescendos as well. Blazing crystals, I believe. Or blazing stones. Sorry, blazing stones. Blazing stones, blazing crystals, like, you know, this route is really, really good in terms of the variety of enemies and therefore the variety of synth items. The little twister guys give blazing stones. Good to know. And you get them in abundance, so just hunt them down. The fact that you can also get bright crystals as well is just really good. So this little stretch of corridor, really, really handy to just use. It's like at every little section there's something else, you know. We can also get the chance to look out and find bulky vendors. And obviously, if we're able to catch them late, the more likely we are to get Orichalcums. But their EXP yield is also just crazy, crazy massive. Save regularly. This game can be notorious for, you know, crashing. Again, here is much more lightning stone potential. And again, you just literally need 25. So 1 or 2 laps around here will get that no problem at all. Another blazing stone. Nope, bright stone, but that's okay. You have to kind of stay low to the ground as well though, so like quick run is, or like a low glide, just so you can like have the enemies spawn. Bright crystals, looking good. And then like, you know, that's only going through Olympus and Hollow Bastion. You can already get so many different types of shards and stuff. And then obviously if you went to Land of Dragons, that area has a lot of like frost stones, a lot of frost shards. Not frost stones, a lot of frost shards. Frost stones is really easily found in Timeless River. But basically, since we have so many lucky luckies at this point and we're kind of so strong, it is just in your best interest just to go to a world, figure out what drops there, and then keep on just giving them. Just finding the particular heartless that you know has a drop that you're yet to finish collecting, and just keep hunting it down. So like I said, the list of the total things you've dropped off to the Moogles, that's like your total, it's not your current stock. So if you've bought a bunch of items or you've crafted a bunch, it's not to say that the number of items you see is what you currently have. It's more so, since the start of the game, you've dropped off 100 and whatever shards. Out here is a great spot for dark gems, as well as the basement, but these statues are what drop the dark gems. So it's really, really good. Let's head to the other wings now, see what else they can give us. Again, power crystals all over the place. The East Wing by Belle's room has more of the dark gems. So again, you only need 25 of the gems, so again, 1 or 2 runs through here can make it all pretty good. That's pretty much been the episode though, guys. I hope you've found it useful. And next episode we'll be doing more of this kind of synthesis tidy up, as well as other mini games and missions. But at least if you could do all the collecting now, there won't be much else to do in the late game. Magic lock on is so useful though, letting you just take them out really quickly. But I've been the RPG Recusant. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you at the next episode. Oh, sorry, this is really important not to like skip over. We got another bulky vendor, so let's hunt it down. Prime capsule and an orichalcum. So let's quickly save, and that'll be our episode. Have a good one.